KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane. This is Good Morning Northwest, working for you. News for your happy life, brought to you by Rescue Pest Control.
For the month of May, KXLY-4 is helping you lead a happy life with tips to get you ready for summer. And in the summer, not much can keep you wanting to stay indoors more than finding, well, a wasp nest in your backyard.
Yeah, pest exterminators say in the past 2 years, we've had some of the highest numbers for yellowjackets in our area. KXLY-4's Caroline Flynn is in Spokane Valley at Rescue Pest Control. That's a company with products to help you get rid of them before things get out of control. Caroline.
Yeah, I even got my Yellowjacket colors on today, my yellow and black. I'm joined by Stephanie Cates this morning from Rescue. And Stephanie, they just mentioned that in terms of Yellowjacket numbers, we've seen some of the highest in the last 2 years for our local pest exterminators in our area.
Yes.
What are we looking at this year? What do you guys know right now?
So two things we look at when we want to see what the Yellowjacket season is going to be like. First of all, how soon do we catch the queens? Those are the ones that start the new nests in spring. And also, how soon do we catch the workers? So we are catching a lot of queens right now because there were so many nests last summer. People could not eat outdoors without getting stung or getting attacked by Yellowjackets. Our traps were filling up in a day's time. So we know that last year was really bad, and there were so many queens that were produced last year that are now emerging to start new nests. And then also we look at how soon do we catch the first workers. And usually we catch them in early June, but this year we caught our first worker a couple weeks ago. So we're ahead of schedule, unfortunately, for the Yellowjacket season to begin.
Okay, so that's not spelling out too good if you don't like Yellowjackets for the season. By the way, she's giving me the heebie-jeebies because in her hand, she's got a whole lot of live Yellowjackets this morning. This is actually the product that you guys make here in Spokane Valley, which is so cool. And we're going to actually go into the factory at 6 o'clock this morning, which I'm excited to see. Really quickly, can you talk about how this product works? Because they're still alive in there.
They're still alive, but they can't get out. This trap is ingeniously designed so they cannot find their way back out. But these are queen Yellowjackets. So every queen in this trap represents an entire nest that won't be around this summer, so that's a good thing.
Okay. That's why they're so big. I'm looking at them like, that's a little big for a Yellowjacket. All right, coming up, we're going to tell you about how this product works and whether or not it harms those bees that you always think, gosh, we don't want to get rid of them because they're good for our environment. We're going to talk about that coming up at 5:30. Live from Rescue in Spokane Valley this morning, Caroline Flynn, KXLY-4 News.
I have one of those rescue traps in my front yard, one in my backyard, and they are almost full.
Wow, doing the job. They sure are.
All right, Caroline Flynn is live in Spokane Valley at Rescue Pest Control this morning.
Yeah, we're going to tell you a little bit more about how this product works, this Rescue Pest Control product, and also how it only traps those Yellowjackets and not other kind of bees that we need. That's coming up.
News for your happy life, brought to you by Rescue Pest Control.
All right, for the month of May, KXLY-4 is helping you lead a happy life with tips to get you ready for summertime. Yellowjackets, with all their buzzing about, can be pretty annoying, and their sting dangerous and deadly to some.
Now is the time, experts say, to prepare your home for the season ahead. Our Caroline Flynn is in Spokane Valley at Rescue, a company that does just that with their products made right here in the Inland Northwest.
Yep, I'm getting a little bit better about being so close to these guys here this morning, these Yellowjackets. But Stephanie, what I'm wondering is, I know that there are some bees in our environment that are really good and we need to keep around. And I'm wondering, are any of them in here, and is there any potential that they could be in here? Honeybees, right?
Right. Honeybees are good. They're beneficial. They pollinate, and so we want to protect those, absolutely. Yellowjackets are a totally different type of insect, and so our product lures them with a feeding scent that only Yellowjackets like. The honeybees are not interested in it, and that's really the reason we formed our company, is to protect beneficial insects while killing the pests.
Didn't you even say that honey beekeepers keep these in their yards?
They absolutely do. So a lot of beekeepers know that Yellowjackets will attack the honeybee hives. They'll go after the larvae of the young honeybees. So they use our traps to keep their honeybee hives protected.
Okay, now you had said before that the forecast for this upcoming summer is chock full of hopefully sunshine, but definitely some Yellowjackets.
Definitely some Yellowjackets.
What I'm wondering is is it like too late to start putting these in our yards right now?
No, it is not too late, but now is the time to do it because every queen you catch, that eliminates an entire nest. So every queen in there could start a nest that could have up to 100 or thousands of workers. So,
thousands of these guys.
Absolutely.
And the further we get into the season, the harder it is to pinpoint where that nest is.
That's true. They will travel up to 1,000 feet from their nest. That's 3 football fields. So it's very difficult to find a nest once it gets established. So that's why catching the queens is so important.
I'm so excited because at 6 o'clock, we're actually going to go into the area where these guys are made, learn a little bit more about how it all works, because I'm just really fascinated by all this and all these bees inside here. Again, that's coming up at 6 o'clock this morning. Live from Rescue, Caroline Flynn, KXLY-4 News.
Been in there a few times for Made in the Northwest stories. Pretty cool to see how
is.
it's all made in there, for sure.
Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane, this is Good Morning Northwest, working for you.
And we're live this morning in Spokane Valley at Rescue. It's a pest control company, and we're telling you about the Yellowjacket season to come.
News for your happy life, brought to you by Rescue Pest Control.
For the month of May, KXLY4 is helping you lead a happy life with tips to get you ready for summer. And in the summer, not much can keep you wanting to stay indoors more than finding lots of wasps and yellow jackets in your backyard.
Yeah, pest exterminators say in the past 2 years, we've actually had some of the highest numbers for yellow jackets in our area. KXLY4's Caroline Flynn is live in Spokane Valley at Rescue, a company with products to help you get rid of them before things get out of control.
Yep, so we had actually moved on into the factory, and what's crazy is they have called Spokane Valley home now for almost 40 years. This all started with a fly trap back then, and gosh, it is really busy in here this morning. It's only 6 o'clock, and they are moving, which is so important, I think, probably, and very timely, because I'm here with Stephanie Cates, who is telling us in the 5 o'clock hour that we've got a pretty busy yellow jacket season ahead of us. So we're really glad that they're here getting started early.
Yes, absolutely. So we've called Spokane Valley home for almost 40 years. Yellowjackets call this home as well. So we want to make sure they're not building as many homes this year, and that's why we're using this trap, and our factory workers are pumping out product as fast as we can make it.
It's all getting made right here, actually right behind us. Stephanie, you held up that product before. This is one of your most popular products that Derek actually said that he has in his front yard and backyard. What is he making behind us? Because I'm not seeing the bright yellow neon thing.
So behind us, this machine makes the juice. This is the attractant that lures the yellow jackets inside this trap. So that's a very important product to have because that's what makes it work so well.
These are all the queens in here, which is what you want to start trapping right now to avoid big problems later on in the summer. What do you do when this thing fills up? Because I know you said people are already reporting back to you that these are getting filled.
Yes, they are getting filled in a very short amount of time. So what you can do if they're still alive, like these are, you can put it in the freezer to hasten hasten it dying. So the yellow jackets die by dehydration in here. There's no poison or anything. They just can't get out. They can't get to food or water, so they dehydrate.
There you go. And by the way, these things, once you use it once, you can use it again and put that new food in, which is so cool. And they only cost about 10 or 12 bucks. Another really cool thing. By the way, coming up at 6:30, something you're not going to want to miss. If you've got someone in your family with an allergy to bees, stay tuned for that. We're talking about a really cool product that they also make right here. Live at Rescue in Spokane Valley, Caroline Flynn, KXLY4 News.
It's the juice. It's the attractant that makes it all work.
And Mark was saying that Rescue donated how many? Whole bunch of them to the fields at the Extreme Team Project up in Deer Park.
Pretty awesome.
News for your happy life, brought to you by Rescue Pest Control.
All right, for the month of May, KXLY4 helping you lead a happy life with tips to get you ready for summer. Yellow jackets, with all their buzzing about, can be pretty annoying, and their sting dangerous, even deadly to some.
Yeah, and now is the time, experts say, to prepare your home for the season ahead. Our Caroline Flynn is live in Spokane Valley at Rescue Company with some of the products that really keep us safe.
Absolutely. Well, Stephanie, they were just talking about allergies with yellow jackets. And I know, like, for myself, the first time I got stung, I was okay. The second time, I actually had to go to the ER because you never know how bad a second, third sting can be. It can sometimes be worse than the first time, the second time. What are some of the things that people should be keeping an eye out for when it comes to getting a sting? I mean, I know swelling's pretty common. When is it time to get worried?
It's time to get worried if you have dizziness, if you have trouble breathing, your throat swells up, if you have hives, your pulse rate gets rapid. So those are signs that you could have a serious allergic reaction and you want to seek medical attention.
Absolutely. And I know pretty much every time I go to a barbecue or something in the summer, there's always someone that does have that allergy. And I think this is so cool. You guys have this product. I heard it might actually be arming the extreme team this week. This can hopefully deter those yellow jackets. It's not, it's not going to keep away the stings from happening, but it certainly helps.
Right, so this is a yellow jacket repellent, and this is the only one on the market. So it's a pleasant scent. It's essential oils, all natural, lemongrass, clove, rosemary, geranium oil. This is something you can clip to your collar, cool. And it will protect the space around you from yellow jackets. So it's just another layer of protection. You obviously want to use the traps to keep your yard protected. But when you're on the go, this is a great way to make sure you're safe.
I love how you said that. Another level of protection, because always if you have had a bad reaction or if you're concerned about that, bring the EpiPen too, because that's really the foolproof when it comes to having a sting like that. Thank you. Live at Rescue this morning, Caroline Flynn, KXLY-4 News. Local rescue customers are telling this Spokane Valley business already they're coming back with a lot of queen yellow jackets inside of their traps already this season. If you don't want a lot of these in your yards, you're going to want to start putting these up now, trapping as many queens as you can so their workers don't come next. And once you get them all in here, know that the food smell inside will eventually kill them, and then you're going to want to put this in the freezer and put it all out again. Again, these rescue traps, about $10 or $12, and can last you season after season.